Hello everyone, salutations. Today we are going to study about positioning in CSS. So as per textbook of Maharashtra State Board, four positions are covered. Okay, static, fixed, absolute and relative. Please observe this code carefully. I have prepared an example and I have used style tag. This is use of style tag inside header section of the web page. Okay, that means I have used internal CSS. Okay, so let us discuss about the static position. First of all, if you want to use positioning in HTML, then you have to use these properties: position, top, left, bottom, right. These five positions you have, sorry, these five properties you have to use. Okay, position to provide which type of positioning you want: fixed, static, absolute or relative. Okay, then top, bottom, left, right, you can provide pixel values to control at which pixel which element should be displayed. Positioning is very important part in professional designing of web pages. Now if you see any web page, see any website, okay, doesn't matter if you see in a 14-inch screen or a 16-inch screen or maybe in bigger screen also, position of certain logos, text boxes, okay, images, they remains same, they remain same. Okay, and in mobile view they are designed separately, but doesn't matter which screen, which dimension of screen you are using, 5-inch or more, 4.5 or more than 5-inch screen. Okay, website looks uniform. Okay, that uniformity if you want to maintain, you have to give position to each and everything that you are displaying, whether it is a image or any text or heading, paragraph, whatever on the web page. So professional web developers, they spend a lot of time doing positioning of each and every element. Okay, so it is a very time consuming process and very it needs lot of precision. Okay, lot of working with values, uh, changing the values again and again. So a very time consuming process, but very important for professional development of web pages or websites. Okay, so four type of positioning we are going to discuss: static, fixed, absolute and relative. Now static position is the easiest one because it is the default position of HTML. By default, if you do not provide any CSS, then also there is a proper way in which the tags come one below the other on the web page, like a heading is displayed in a particular manner, then below that paragraph maybe, or tables. By default, the elements, the contents which are displayed on the web page, they by default follow static positioning. Okay, so right now in this example you can see I have used class selector. Okay, because I have used this dot symbol, use of dot symbol symbolizes I have used class selector. And using class selector I can provide any name to the selector. Okay, so I have directly provided name of the position itself static. Okay, and given the value static. So I have not given any other value, top, left, right, anything. I have not given, because by default, if I use this class, now see, this static class I have used along with level 2 heading. Okay, how did I use? H2 tag. In H2 tag I have used the attribute class and mentioned the name of the class static. Means whatever property, whatever declarations I have given inside the curly bracket will be available to this tag wherever I have used this static class I have used here. So whatever I have provided inside the curly bracket, all the declarations will be applicable to this element, which is the element heading level 2 element. Okay, so we will see the output. This is my file CSS position. I have created the file and I'll open it on Internet Explorer. Pay attention. Heading level 2. The text was heading level 2. See, heading level 2. Okay, so I have not given any position like from left I have to leave these many pixels, from top I have to leave these many pixels. I have just mentioned position static, and by default this position has been given by the browser. So this is known as static positioning, the default positioning of HTML. Okay, then fixed. Okay, there is another class over here known as fixed class. And what are the properties, what are the declarations given? First of all, the first property position I have mentioned fixed. Okay, top, from top it should leave 5 pixel, and from left direction it should leave 300 pixel. Okay, now pay attention to the output. Sorry, where is the output? Yes. Okay, now see the text. Okay, so fixed class, where did I use fixed class? I have used fixed class in heading level 1 h1 tag. Class is equal to name of the class I have given fixed. CSS positioning, the text is CSS positioning. Okay, this is the text CSS positioning, for which I have mentioned, what did I mention? From top leave 5 pixels and left leave 300 pixels. Okay, from top 5 pixels are left, and from left direction you can see there is lot of gap over here. From left 300 pixels are left. Okay, and displayed the text. But what fixed position is going to do separately? Okay, separately means when you scroll the web page, the position will be fixed. Okay, that means the text will never disappear from this position. This position is fixed for this text. Now see, I'm scrolling, other contents went away. Okay, now this heading level 2, heading level 3, heading level 4, this text will go, okay, go up, because I'm moving the page down. The image is also coming down, sorry, going up. Okay, but the text is in that fixed position only, the text is not moving. This is the use of C. Again, after this image, again I have displayed the same image. Okay, and the position of the text is constant. Again, the image I have displayed, because I wanted to create lot of contents and I didn't have lot of paragraphs or words to type, so I have just repeated the images again and again. Okay, so to save the time. But see, the position is fixed. Though the contents are moving up and down, the position of that text is fixed. This is the use of fixed position. Okay, so I hope so that's clear to you. Okay. And what dimensions I gave? From top leave 5 pixel and from left direction leave 300 pixels. Accordingly, you can adjust same by bottom and right also. Okay. So if you want to display the text in right position, give the right position and control it from the bottom, however you want. This is totally up to you. How to use this directions related properties, it's totally up to you. You can use them, change them, edit them. Okay, increase and decrease the value, totally up to you. But fixed properties, when you use positioning, fixed properties are position, top, left, bottom, right. These are the fixed properties you have to use when you are doing positioning. So I think so static is clear to you and fixed is also clear to you. Static, I did not mention anything. If you want to mention, you can mention. Okay, I'll mention at the last, and you can see the changes if you want. Then next is absolute positioning. Okay, so for absolute also have created a class, and in class you get class and id concept of selector. You can you get total freedom of creating name, any random name to the selector. Okay, but you have to provide symbol, period symbol. Okay, that means this is class. So what position I give? I get absolute. From top left leave 50 pixels and from left leave 50 pixels. Okay, absolute position means the element sits at that place, whatever dimensions you give. Okay, so here I'm telling, okay, now this absolute is available to which element? It is available to level 3 heading. Okay, see, I have created class is equal to, provided class is equal to absolute, this name of the class I have repeated. So whatever I have provided in this selector will be available to this level 3 heading. Okay, so level 3 heading, this text heading level 3, what will be the position? From top 50 pixels should be left, and from left direction 50 pixels must be left. We will see the output. Yes, see, heading level 3. Okay, so from top 50 pixels left, and from here also 50 pixels left. Now we are not doing any calculation. All these calculations are done by the browser. Okay, you just have to increase and decrease the value according to your convenience or according to your choice. Okay, yes. Sorry, we were here 50 pixels and 50 pixels. Okay, so from top 50 pixels left, and from left direction also 50 pixels are left. Now, related to absolute position, there is another position known as relative. Okay, and I have not made any changes. There is a reason why, because relative position displays its element after calculating the position of other elements. Okay, that means it will depend on the previous attribute. For example, here I have given relative to what? Relative to level 3 heading. Okay, level 3. Okay, let's make level 4 heading. This is heading level 4, and class I have made relative. Okay, I'm using this class over here, so that means whatever I provide in this declaration will be applicable to this text heading level 4. Okay, so what should be done? From top leave 50 pixels, and from left also leave 50 pixel, which was same here, just like the absolute position. But what should happen? They should overlap, because I have given same positions to heading level 3 and heading level 4. They should overlap, but they will not overlap. You will see why. Okay, so I have made minor changes. I saved it and I will refresh. See, I refreshed, but see the position of heading level 3, heading level 4. They should be overlap, because I gave them same position from left 50 pixels and top 50 pixels. But relative position, what it does, it always considers the previous element. So it consider heading level 3 and left that many pixels which is mentioned. That means from here it started leaving 50 pixels and displayed itself. From here it left 50 pixels and then it displayed itself. Okay, so yes, so here pay attention, heading level 3 is somewhere over here. Okay, that means it also did not start at this position, it left some space. Okay, that means it always considers the previous element, calculate itself, and then reposition itself to somewhere else, a little bit far away. Okay, so that only we can see. So relative positioning always depends upon the previous position of the element, calculate itself, and then displays. So this was about the four types of positioning. Fixed, which in fixed positioning the element remains constant at one position. If you scroll the web page, the element does not move. Static is the default positioning. Okay, in absolute position it doesn't consider anything, means you just provide any dimension, and element is going to sit there. Okay, so totally flexible. You change this to 60, it will shift down. Okay, shift down 10 pixels. If you change this to 200, it will move away. Okay, so just absolute means it depends upon the user value, and relative means it considers the previous value, recalculates, and then displays. Okay, a little bit far away from the previous element. So these were the four positions in CSS. Now in static, if I apply you can definitely apply give positioning. So I'll give top as what I give 5, 50, 50. I'll give 20 px and semicolon. From left I am not giving anything. Let's see, and I will refresh. What is the text? Heading level 2. So heading level 2, this text must shift somewhere. Okay, let's see. Here is the text heading level 2, and I will refresh now. Did it change? I don't see any change as such. Let's make it 60 from top. So this is the position and I'm changing it. No, it did not change. Okay, so static is okay. Okay, I think so. There was a video below. This video started playing. Okay, okay. So static is the default positioning of HTML. So I think so that browser controls. Okay, so these were the four types of positioning. I hope so this is clear to you. Very easy topic. So I'll stop the video now. Thanks for joining.